of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour.
Jesus had come to redeem the world. These are the last.
All right, guys, we are back with another episode of Holy Smoke Garage. I'm very excited to be sitting here with my best friends, Hunter Gone, another one of my best friends, Ian MacDonald, William Ian MacDonald the Fourth.
The fourth.
That's
yes.
nuts, dude. What's your son's name going to be one day?
William Lamar Jackson MacDonald.
This is also a very special night because Hunter and I
We've had these for a minute. They've been just getting seasoned.
This is a Christian podcast, but this is an ungodly expensive cigar. This is an Opus X 25.
Godly expensive.
Opus X 25. This thing doesn't play. Look at this case, guys. Look at this presentation. Oh my gosh.
That's fantastic.
Yours
That's
is still in
insane.
All the
plastic?
money was just for the case. The
Mine's
cigar's
still in
kind of just
plastic, bro.
fine.
So I'm smoking an Opus X 25. Hunter Gone smoking an Opus X 25. We're supposed to smoke it on this wedding day.
Yeah, but
we
there was
didn't.
no time for that.
No time. And William Ian MacDonald IV is smoking a first responder cigar camo edition.
Yes.
There's only 100 of those made. So that's actually rarer than this cigar.
And I've seen like 5 people smoke one, so there's really like
Yes.
1 in 95.
That is the most smoked cigar so far on this podcast, which
That's
is so
hilarious.
funny.
For sure.
I bought 10 of them.
Did Jairus smoke one?
He did not, but I smoked one on the Jairus
Oh, right,
podcast. And the last podcast with
I
Nainoa,
don't think Jairus smoked, did he?
he didn't. Nainoa and Joel, they both smoked one. And now you're going to smoke one.
Heck
I
yeah.
have one for Hunter as well, but we have the Opus freaking 25. So Hunter, why don't you get lit up first?
Light up a cigar, light up a stick, tune up your faith.
Light up a stick, guys.
And tune up your freaking faith.
Okay, there we go. Hunter's first one lit. Now William Ian MacDonald IV is next.
You're such a sweetheart. Out of curiosity,
my
how much do
faith
those
is-
cigars cost?
These
They
I
were like over $100, I think.
I think they were like $100.
Yeah, I think they were like
Wow.
$100.
Wait,
bro.
are you serious?
they were like 100 or 110 or something, I think.
Yeah, which is pretty insane, honestly.
But and honestly, when we bought these two, they had the Opus.
Opus
Padron?
Fuente. Opus Fuente. I
Oh, the
think.
Opus Fuente. Well, no, Fuente makes Opus, don't they?
Oh, you're right. Opus Padron.
It was the Opus Padron, and that was like a $200 cigar, and we were like, "Dang, we really want that," but we didn't get
That's
it. I'm still
nuts.
kind of bummed we didn't.
My skin of my teeth got that lit.
This is
Because-
freaking fire.
Yeah. So,
fuego, man.
what do you think about the first responder cigar so far?
Well, 2 puffs later, I can say it's very nice. It actually tastes really good.
I'll tell you what, I haven't had one of those yet, but I'm sure bet it's not nearly as good as this.
Quote your
It's really
dad.
done.
It's a little nutty, a little creamy,
Yeah, buttery, soft.
buttery,
Nutty and
soft.
creamy. You probably shouldn't use those 2 words together.
He did.
Fun fact: my girlfriend's dad. One of the only things he said about the podcast that he's told me is, "I love when his dad talks about cigars."
My dad has a bit of a love story with cigars. I'll tell you that. He likes these things a lot.
Huh?
He works at the cigar shop, and I wouldn't know what Holy Smoke is without my dad. So he kind of like started the one here, and then Ryan took it over. And Ryan's obviously amazing.
He's
so
awesome. Yeah.
it's been really cool to do Holy Smoke in person, and that's why we're doing Holy Smoke Garage. We want to just bring the vibes to
Absolutely.
the world.
Yeah.
You know, so I think what's a cool dynamic with us three, besides smoking $100 cigars,
This thing is
Well,
unreal.
I don't know how much this was.
More than 100. I'm just kidding.
$4,000 cigar.
yeah, it's good stuff. We are all in the same industry. We all make content for a living. We do creative stuff, and we all have hopes and dreams to do world-renowned stuff, for lack of a better word, films, big photo shoots, you name it. Ian's a screenwriter and editor. Screenwriter by passion, editor by job right now.
Yeah.
But you enjoy it.
I love editing. Editing's awesome.
Hunter's an incredible photographer, and I am a creative that does a bunch of stuff as well.
Benny of all
Benny's just
trades.
awesome.
But I just want to talk a little bit about why it's important to, no matter what trade you're in, to one, have something that's bigger than that trade. Me and Hunter, since the dawn of us being friends, have talked often about how easy it is to be comparing yourself to other people, especially if you're in like the arts or anything where you have to create stuff.
And there's other people creating the same thing as you, and
Yes.
you know, you have a client looking for the same project or something like that. It's so easy and freaking Instagram, you know, the age we're in right now with Instagram and all this stuff. It's like you don't have to be on it for work, but like it helps, and it's like nice to share your work because you get work through that. And yeah, it's just like you see everybody else's work, and it's a freaking highlight reel.
I want to talk a little bit about that. Like, the social media epidemic. We're all under 30. We're all, I think you're freaking
12.
not Gen Z. You're like,
I'm Gen Z.
oh, you are Gen Z.
I think I was like almost the cutoff.
Yeah,
I
we
think
are
05
millennials
alpha?
technically. If you're born before 2000, you're a millennial. But
We're millennial idiots.
I would say you grew up definitely before social media though. Like you were a kid without.
I didn't have social media until I was like 7th grade.
Yeah.
Or I didn't even care about it until I was in high school.
But
Yeah.
you grew up without it?
Yeah, like I didn't
Like because you couldn't have it, or you grew up without it
yeah,
because...
my mom was like, "Oh, you can't have an Instagram account till you're this age." I was like, "I don't really care."
Well, that's good. I respect
yeah, it
that.
was like a very typical suburb kind of grow up. Go
Suburb
outside,
grow
go play
up.
kickball with the dudes, get in a fight. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, hey, anything's better than freaking Instagram.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm not an iPad kid doom scrolling.
Yeah, and now it's just like Instagram's just, you're either comparing yourself or like there's freaking naked chicks everywhere. It's just like, it's so annoying. And I don't know if I can say that on here, but like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah, I mean it's the truth.
as men,
Right.
Just say
especially
it's-
married men,
But it's
just like,
not just like naked chicks, it's lust.
well, yeah, lust and
lust for wealth, lust
Oh,
for
yeah,
status, lust for
absolutely.
women,
Yeah.
and women lust for men, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
See, one of my biggest struggles in the film industry so far is that of comparing yourself to others, I would say, because I feel like half the battle of being creative is getting out of your own head, which is
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous.
It's most of the battle.
Yeah, it's
If I didn't deal with that.
It's like if you were
Yeah.
just people call it a flow state. If you were just to like kind of chill out, let your mind settle a bit, and just do
Yeah.
what you love doing,
Yeah.
good things will happen.
And you have to do it with the intention of not caring what people think about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to do it because you love it.
Yes.
You can't do it to have other people love it.
True
I mean, it's
creativity.
awesome when that happens, but that can't be your only drive, especially
Yeah.
as Christian creative.
Yeah, and if it is, you end up seeing movies like Snow White. You know what I mean? That is not the original, the new one. Something creativity cannot be manufactured.
Absolutely.
Like you said, it has to flow.
Absolutely.
This is like
porch
almost
pirates around here?
lit. It's
Dude.
like I got the last of the butane.
This is just unbelievable.
Yeah. I heard a cool quote about like writer's block or creative block. That there's no such thing as creative block. It's just that when you can't be creative, it's because there's too much going on in your head. Like you almost have too many ideas.
Oh, absolutely.
So you just need to start doing stuff. Start writing, start editing, start taking photos, whatever. Get out all the fluff until you could get to the good stuff.
That would be my experience. Being
Yeah.
a screenwriter, it's I've written a couple like feature length films, and it's like the hardest part is starting it. Like it's like if you don't do it, it doesn't even matter if it's crap. If you don't put it on paper, it's not even gonna exist.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you make something crap, at least like that's more
Yeah.
than most people.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
At least you made something.
At least you made something.
Yeah. So Ian, you're pretty new. You're super new to California. You're from Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma.
We met because our moms do Arvon.
Go Arbonne.
Which is
Love moms.
crazy.
Yep.
That's just one of those cool stories I feel like only happens with God, like that kind of like
Absolutely.
divine intervention type of stuff.
Right.
What has been your experience so far coming to California before you ever met me, before you even knew what Costa Mesa was probably?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what has that been like? Like tell us about your journey with like you're a Christ follower.
Yep.
And you have a dream that
Yep.
you believe is put on your heart. And
No
like
keys down.
how are you here?
So I'll keep this somewhat concise. I'll try.
Yeah.
You know I'm not a very concise
I have to
person.
try.
So December of last year, still in college, football season just ended. I'm driving home for Christmas break, and then I just get an epiphany. It's not even like I was even thinking about this, but it was just like, dang it, I got to move to California. I want to do this film thing for real. So I Do that.
Wait, were you in Iowa at the time?
Yeah, I was Iowa driving back for Christmas break to Oklahoma.
How long of a drive is that?
It's about 8.5 hours. Nothing crazy.
That's pretty far.
Oh, that was every break. My parents drove up to every game. Yeah.
Wow, you have
Especially-
great parents.
They
bro.
love me, dude.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Go Rents.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
That's a blessing.
It helped that I played. If I didn't play, they probably wouldn't care about me. But anyways,
Can I get the lighter?
Doesn't
so
work.
had that epiphany. Told my parents. They were angry about it, obviously, because my sister's here, and now both their children are going to be in LA.
Yeah.
I interviewed for a couple places. Ended up getting a place. I won't say the company name, but got a place. I got a job there as a PA. I was a studio PA. That's what my official job title was.
Production assistant for people who don't know
Yes,
that.
sorry. And they were. I thought I was moving here in like August or October, and they call me May 27th. Like, hey, we need you here ASAP. So all of a sudden, I lose 2 months with my parents and had to miss my mom's birthday to drive down to LA. And my dad helped me move. All that. It was great. Pretty easy move. Started working. Oh my gosh, I did not enjoy it.
Why?
I don't think I definitely don't enjoy being a PA. Being a production assistant,
You gotta do it at some point.
you
in your
got to
life.
do it at some point
You're
to
so
get there. And
green,
I'm
it's
so
just like
lucky
you
to
gotta
get
start
with
somewhere.
Benny so fast, or otherwise I'd still be doing it. Because I couldn't stand it, and I'm such a klutz and just a spaz to where
Yeah.
moving equipment and setting up equipment, it's just like people can get angry at me. And I'm lucky I've worked with reasonable people until this point. That's why I'm an editor. That's why I work behind a screen. Anyways. But did that. It was fine. The contracting agreement we had was like I was part time until this certain time because they had no work. I literally didn't go on a single shoot here until mid October. Which is ridiculous because I thought I was going to get so much experience going in. I moved here in June. I moved here June 3rd, and I didn't get it
Wait a second.
on a film set until mid October.
So what were you doing before October?
I was just in the studio organizing their gear closet. That was all I was doing.
But you were getting paid, like you had a job.
Yes, they were paying me. They're great people. I have nothing bad to say about them. It was just like,
This
not
is
my
your
ideal
experience.
job.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You
just
can
an
say bad
experience.
stuff about him. We won't tell anyone.
They're great
He
people.
likes you guys.
Well, and they got me all these connections, and that's how I got work from the last. That's why I could afford rent, and I didn't have to move back home.
For sure.
So they helped me out so much. They got me in California, which I probably would have procrastinated
There you go.
so much.
There you go.
So, anyways, long story short, got here, did a few jobs after that company. Working at PA, it was pretty cool stuff. It was like I think the coolest thing I went on, I got to go on a Klay Thompson shoot. It was for releasing
So
a new
sick.
shoe line, which was awesome. Such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty sick.
Did you drop a bunch of lights and he helped you pick them up?
No, although I did,
definitely
I had to
would.
protect a light, so I had to rebound the ball for him while he was
No
shooting.
way.
And so I rebounded the ball for him and passed him the ball, and he shot and made it. He was like, easiest assist you'll ever get. So my one stat is that
He said that to you.
Yeah, I have an
He
assist
said,
for
"You
You
Klay
know how much I
Thompson."
know about sports? I
mean,
literally
not
thought
a
that was
lot.
a football player.
Really?
When he said, like, the way you explain that, I'm like, that doesn't sound like football. That's probably
Well, the
basketball.
assist
That is
term
basketball.
is it's
Klay-
basketball.
well, it's Golden State. He was on Golden State. He like won a lot of championships with Steph Curry. I think it was 4.
That's dope.
But yeah.
Yeah, he's legit.
It was really fun. It was so many good experiences. Met so many awesome people who are just so nice. It was just the opposite of what I thought was LA. Even, like people who weren't Christians were just so nice to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like, you hear about like the old, like 90s to early 2000s PAs that just get abused verbally.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I thought was going to happen to me because again I'm a spaz. And but yeah, and then
I'm a spaz.
I moved to Playa del Rey. Stay with my. Oh yeah, I probably should have said that. I stayed with my sister in
Yeah.
Burbank when I first moved here. I lived on a couch for 4 months, then moved to Playa del Rey.
Classic LA story.
Classic
That's
LA
amazing.
story. Moved to Playa. It was a closet. I didn't have a window in my room. It was that's what I lived in for cheaper rent.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter style. I got the Harry Potter scar too. Look at that.
No way.
You do a little
Yeah,
bit.
I fell in the shower when I was 3.
Well, I'm Christian, so I've never seen Harry Potter.
That's gonna get you more hate than the cigars on this
Yeah,
thing.
Somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, Harry Potter." That's yeah.
And yeah, then, work. Our mom's connected. And long story short, I'm editing for you now.
Do you remember the date that when was it that you visited the studio?
Can I see the light real quick?
Yeah.
The date the visited, I'm not sure.
We could look through our text probably.
I went on a shoot not that day, right? It was like a week after I went on a shoot with you, which was awesome. And that's how I met Derek the first day, like you met Derek too, which is
shout out Derek, shout out 3 Nails.
Shout out 3 Nails.
Oh, Derek 3 Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I met you that day too.
Yeah, I was like, who the heck is this kid?
Yeah, it's like, oh great, Greeny over here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, we're all green. We're all a little green, and
It's true.
we're always learning something.
It
You
ain't
always
easy
gotta be
being
green
green.
at something.
Kermit the Frog.
True.
What was I? Oh yeah, I don't remember the first day.
Yeah, first date. I don't
That was
remember
fun. I kept texting you like a madman because I needed work. And
Yeah,
then
it was great.
about a month later, I did the test edit and then went to Iowa and then came back and then officially started working for you basically.
Well, that reminds me because I believe that because you told me you're a Christian and stuff, which is obviously awesome. And I believe that if you're a Christian, you should be the one that's down to carry the boat. It's like you should have work ethic. You know what I mean? And something that I look for because obviously in my business, I'm like a leader. People work with me, for stuff, whatever. And I sometimes wouldn't text you back because I'm like, if he really wants this, he's going to follow up with me. You know who's the king of follow up? This freaking guy. Yeah. Honestly, I really admire Hunter. He has no shame. And you should never have shame in following up. And dude, if you didn't keep following up, I don't know. I mean,
probably not.
Stuff gets busy, but the Lord wills stuff. And dude, I'm so happy that you're here. And you freaking drove from LA 5 days a week, bro. That's
no
nuts.
complaints.
Not once
from
did
what
he
I've
complain.
heard.
No, not once did he complain. You literally had an abscess in your throat for 3 days. You're like, oh, I just have a sore throat. You literally had to go to the hospital.
And he showed up on a shoot. I'm like, dude,
oh my gosh.
what are you doing here? He's like,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be on that shoot. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, go
sounded
back
like
to
Kermit the
bed.
Frog, literally.
And then
Yeah.
later in the day, he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm like, good
Oh
thing
my
you
gosh,
didn't come
that
on the
was the
shoot
same
with
day.
the doctor.
Yeah, but no, I just want to compliment you in that because
thank you.
I think that the Bible says to work unto the Lord, and this Holy Smoke Garage. None of us is getting paid for this. You know what I mean? Obviously, you guys are awesome for helping me set this up.
Right.
We did 2 podcasts tonight. We're spending time. We're investing into the kingdom of God is what we're doing. Which that is the ultimate bank account to invest into eternity,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So I just think it's important to be the person who works hard.
Oh yeah.
And not just look, I'm you're not straining. It's no, you're working hard. You're okay, I made a mistake, but no, I'm gonna correct it. I did this, I'm gonna do that, whatever. It's that humility and you gotta start somewhere. And I think that is what Instagram doesn't show. Instagram, no, not at all. Instagram's the opposite of humility. It just shows oh my gosh, look how cool I am. I did this shoot or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what I think is cool about Before Kings, the production company we all work with, is the videos we've been posting is the BTS stuff that Sydney makes.
Yeah.
And I love it because there's nothing boastful about it. It's just us just being weird the whole time, mainly me.
Well,
But it's Sydney seems to keep that camera on me a lot. And I'm whoa, this is kind
You're
of
just a content machine.
I
man.
do a lot of weird stuff, But I do want to show that you are not your career, you are who you are. God has given us all unique gifts, and people need to know that you're more than your talent. You're more than what you can offer. And your true talent comes from understanding that you don't deserve anything.
Right.
And no, I'm just a vessel that gets to flow. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of super talented people out there who don't acknowledge the Lord for their talent, but I do believe that all good talent comes from God.
Absolutely.
It has to.
Right.
He's the creator. He's the ultimate creative,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So Hunter, how have you, what's something that you've been trying to do? Because I know you're active on Instagram, which is not bad, but what is something that you do to recenter yourself? And I know you and I, sometimes, I know I call you, you sometimes call me with yo, dude, I just need to freaking confess something real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just need to confess that I was feeling this way. I was jealous of that person. Or I was envious of that person.
Yeah, for sure. The main thing I've done is just delete the app. there's really, I don't want to say there's nothing that good that comes out of it, because there is. Like, I've gotten a lot of work from it,
100%.
you know, and I've built a personal brand, if you will. I guess that sounds kind of like I'm an influencer, and I'm not
I
in
get
any
it.
way. But yeah, like, I think, I'll delete the app.
But why do you delete the app? Are like you're?
It's more of a distraction than anything.
This
Yeah.
is true.
But I don't know that it's a distraction. I don't delete it because it's a distraction. Well, sometimes I delete it because I'm like, oh, this is a distraction. But then there's other times where I'm like, I'm just pissed off and I delete it.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of, comparing myself or whatever. But it's like, dude, everybody I've talked to, like, everybody feels that way. It is a mutual feeling with everybody. And if you say it's not, that's BS. You're lying.
You're lying. Straight to the truth.
Yeah.
Which is
And-
not Christ-like. They never tell you when being like Christ, though.
But I just, I have a very love-hate relationship with the app. And, I only got on the freaking app because my photo teacher, my freshman year of high school, was like, oh, I'll give you extra credit if you go download Instagram and post your work. And I was like, oh,
Interesting.
okay.
I've never
Like,
heard that.
Yeah. And that was the only reason I got it.
That's
and
honestly kind of smart.
yeah, it was
Gets you
great.
building portfolio
Yeah,
quick, at
100%. And I love that. And I get to go and I get to talk to classes. And I if I recall correctly, I tell a lot of them, like, hey, don't spend too much time on Instagram like I freaking did. And still do sometimes, especially in today's day and age. As a creative, as really anybody, it doesn't matter what you do. Because whether you're using it just for fun or for work too, like, even if you're outside of the creative stuff, like, you could be a nurse or whatever, and you're on Instagram just for personal stuff,
Yeah.
and then you see that, like, oh, this person passed that exam before you.
Yeah.
Or oh, that nurse
or
is
they got the job at a nicer hospital.
nicer
getting paid
hospital,
more,
or like,
whatever.
oh, that nurse like looks better than I do. Like,
Yeah.
crap like that. And it's just there's no good that comes out of it in most cases.
Yeah.
But then circling back to the good things, it's like I've gotten a lot of work from it. I've met
And
a
you've
lot
met
of-
really cool people
I've
on
met some of my best friends to this day. I mean, I think about when you and I connected years ago. Like, if we didn't get to like follow each other on Instagram, like, we wouldn't have really we didn't chat on Instagram ever.
Yeah.
But like,
That's
I
how
was
we became
able to-
acquainted.
Exactly. I was able to be like, oh, well, he's friends with that person and that person and that person. Oh, he knows 50 of the same people I do.
Yeah.
Oh, like, he's got cool work. Like, oh, he's a videographer. Like, I wouldn't know who you were.
Yeah.
Known who you were. So,
Dang, yeah, there's a good chance you wouldn't even be in California.
heck no.
There's a good chance none of us are from
No.
here.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
People wouldn't realize to the
South and
degree that
Midwest.
they do that, like, this is the place to be to, like, make it, quote unquote, like, this is where a lot of stuff's going on,
Oh yeah.
in
It's
our industry,
trend-setting
especially
state.
Hollywood.
Every industry,
I mean, if
honestly.
you want to get into movies, there's freaking Hollywood. There's, you want to get into photography and commercial photography and all that stuff.
Every
and
brand is here.
so many brands are here. Brands, if they're not here, they're shooting here.
Yeah.
They're shooting their lookbooks here. They're shooting their catalogs here. They're shooting their campaigns here, in studio or on location. So it's like there's so many things. You want to start shooting like different stuff. Like, you can hit up any model or anybody that a runner, or you want to get into surf photography, hit up a surfer. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many avenues here, and that's what's so cool. But I feel like most people wouldn't even realize that if, like, people weren't posting their work. Oh, California's the place to be. Like, obviously before Instagram and stuff, everybody knew, like, if you want to make movies, you should move to Hollywood, or like be an actor, you should move to Hollywood. But in so many cases, you should move here. But
Yeah.
Well, it's so.
hence why it's so expensive.
In
but-
terms of like the film industry in general, I feel like the more people I talk to, the more I realize everyone's leaving.
Now.
I've met more people leaving California than I have coming here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only one I've met that's moved here in the past 6 months. Like, but I've met so many people like, oh yeah, I'm leaving next week. Like, where are you going? Kentucky. Okay, good luck.
Right.
well, some people are like, hey, I'm tired out by
Which
this
is-
industry, and I'm gonna go, and I'm, my family and I were moving to Kentucky or Tennessee, and they just want to. They want to change it up
Nashville's
a
a
bit.
big one.
Nashville's a huge one, but
Well,
it's
Oklahoma's becoming a hub, bro.
Exactly.
Tulsa King, Twisters.
I know.
They're
Yeah.
building out the freaking
Where else are
state.
you gonna shoot twisters, honestly?
California.
Nah, bro.
Well, it's so interesting because it's the progression of talent. It's the you can learn everything on YouTube now.
It's different.
A phone camera is the same quality as most cinema grade cameras.
Yeah.
Apart from
Well,
lenses.
Debatable.
Yeah. Yeah, 28 years later. Oh, it's all shot on an iPhone. You spend $30,000 on each rig. I'm not paying $30,000 to show on an iPhone.
Shout out Red. Shout out Alexa.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's becoming more accessible is what I'm
A
saying.
perfect example is look at my dad's current videos and look at our videos. Shout
I
out
mean,
Dad.
seen your
very
dad's
true.
videos.
But hey, he's getting a
The
camera
iPhone
soon.
ones.
Don't worry.
He
Your
is?
dad also doesn't know
Yes.
how to change his settings on his phone, I guarantee it. For better grade, get him an SSD and show him how to change the 4K.
You're right,
He'll go
right.
freaking crazy.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, I mean, all these other places are becoming hubs
Absolutely.
for so many things. And you see all these A-list celebrities, they're getting out of California.
Yeah.
It's too expensive.
They don't want to pay taxes.
There's other things that we won't touch on why they're leaving.
Well,
You know
I
what
think
mean?
that's
Like,
also surprisingly a benefit of social media, though, because of social media, you can now, like, literally, all the clients we work with every day, we don't have to be here.
No?
We don't. So it's like, I think,
See ya.
no, we're not going anywhere. I mean, dude, we can
kidding.
get a sicker studio for way less money, and like, oh my god,
We're announcing we're going to Columbus, Ohio. Before he
Hey,
just going
we'll
to
just go work
Columbus.
for Abercrombie and Fitch, and that's it.
There you go. There you go. But no, I think that every Christian creative has to have, if you really want to do something for God, you have to have a death to the creativity that you think you want to have. Like the dream that you think you have, God will give you a better one.
You have to have a.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to be okay with your dreams dying.
Yes.
But then you realize that your dreams
Sucked.
sucked
In the long
compared,
run, yeah.
compared to God's.
Right.
Yes.
You might have insane dreams, but then you like get a hold of like God's dreams for you, and you're like, oh dang, yeah, like I wasn't thinking big enough,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But like he has to transform you to do that. You have to.
And it's painful.
Oh, it's so painful. Your creativity has to die, and some people aren't going to understand what we mean by that, but.
That's why they go to Holy Smoke Garage, bro.
Yeah. Which I want to bring this up. Side note: this is the closest garage we've been to for Holy Smoke Garage because you guys can't see it, but I live.
We live in
like,
California. It's expensive,
It's
right?
expensive.
Hunter lives in the garage.
I live in a converted garage. It doesn't look like a garage. It's completely redone.
Just for viewers out there who
Yeah.
don't understand how expensive, do you mind sharing how much it costs for your garage?
I pay $2,900 for my garage. My wife and I do.
You live in a room, and that is a sick house.
It's an amazing
How much
house.
does your room cost?
It's probably a 150 by 150 foot room for like 14, probably 15 with utilities.
There
But
you go.
you don't even have a toilet. You have to poop outside.
Well, yeah, the outhouse.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you guys want to hear a funny story? This isn't related to anything. I figured out yesterday, or a couple days ago, that we have 2 pet African tortoises in the back.
Can we bring them on the podcast?
I want to interview one.
Dude.
Probably have a lot of wisdom.
Bro, much wisdom. Well, they live
Much
longer
wisdom.
than us. Many a wisdom.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. We originally had 7. I think an old roommate
You
might
got a
have.
good ash on that thing, bro.
Dude, lots of ash.
Better
Shout
ash
out
than my
first-
Opus.
first
Good ash
responder.
cigar.
Dude, how good is this Opus?
It's gas, dude. Honestly,
I think this is the best
Not gonna
cigar
lie,
I've
though,
smoked.
for $100 though,
No, you can get a Padron and smoke this good, but like this is damn good.
it's good. Is it better than the Padron you had at your bachelor party?
You had to say something about my
This
ash,
is a
bro.
close second for sure.
Okay, so that one's still better though.
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty neck and neck.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
Technically, that'd be a
expensive.
close first, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's
but I poop
freaking good.
outside. I at least have a window now. I was paying $950 a month to live in a closet.
Yeah, dude. He finally
Like
came
I
out.
had no windows. I was basically in the living room. What did
Yeah.
you just say to me?
Yeah, it's so funny. I feel like this is a unique podcast because this is a conversation we'd be having without the cameras. It's just the
Right.
truth.
Oh, yeah.
But I like that.
I like forgetting the camera's even here and just saying whatever the heck I,
forgot the
want,
cameras
getting
were even here.
canceled or not.
How long
you
have we
know?
been here?
Well,
We'll cut things.
from the wise words of Denzel Washington, you can't get canceled if you don't sign up.
True.
what
I'm
I'm
signing
saying?
the heck up.
Yeah, dude. Quit signing up. You know what I mean? Like, I got into media because I wanted to be a pro skater.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, no, I want to be a pro skate filmer. And now it's weird to say, but I'm so happy that I'm not a pro skate filmer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I love skateboarding, but pro skate filmers, They just film the skateboard. They don't actually get to do it.
And you wouldn't be able to afford a place.
No way. You know what I mean?
I mean, some of them do, but
For sure. But
You have
yeah,
to be
it's
really
it's
good.
one of those things where it's like God will redirect your dream into something that you actually want. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know, dude. Like you came to LA not knowing what Orange County is.
No.
And to pursue film, but God brought you to, he introduced us. And like we both want to make films, and like you got to earn your freaking stripes. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
Most directors don't make their first big film till like in like their 50s. Like, are you willing to for the next 30 years
It's
potentially not even make a single film yet?
And that's what separates creatives from everyone else on the planet is what are you willing to do to actually do what you want to do? Because
What are you willing to sacrifice?
correct, yeah, literally what you just said.
Yeah.
It's kind of unreal, kind of what you have to go through. And some people are like, "Oh, you're doing the coolest things." Like, dude, I went, like, literally, you could get this degree on YouTube. You can, like, I
YouTube
went,
University, bro.
yeah, YouTube University. I can learn everything I want to learn from Premiere Pro and editing on YouTube. You have to have a mind for it. Like, I'm not discrediting any creatives at all.
No.
But
Definitely have to have a mind for it. I can't learn Premiere.
like I was telling my friend, he was like, "Man, I just really want to be a college football coach." And I was like, it's one of my friends that I did devotions with tonight. And
That's cute.
Thank you. I am a little cute.
Adorable.
There you are.
Holy crap.
Dude, don't put that on the pod. Or do, whatever.
I'm editing this. I can do whatever I want.
True.
Anyways, yeah, he was like, "I want to be a college football coach," and I'm like, "Dude, you're cleaning pools right now.
Yeah.
You're not even like anywhere close to what you want to do.
Yeah.
Start going to conferences. Those are free. Start like talking to all coaches. You know, you were played at the collegiate level. You can go talk to people and figure out a good route for you if you want to go do that."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're right," but then doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So it's a weird drive thing. I just. And he's probably watching this right now. I still believe he can do it. Like I pray for him every night. I really want him to do it. And with all my friends and everyone on that.
That's really beautiful, though, that you want your friends to pursue their
I
dreams.
want him to succeed so freaking bad. And
'Cause
that's
you've
what I'm
experienced it.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell him. Like, guys, like just go through the suck for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you'll have a freaking
Well, dude, 8 months ago, you were in Oklahoma, right?
yeah.
And now you're on a podcast working at a company I think you like working at, right?
I love working.
Yeah. Like, that's
hates
pretty
it.
dope.
Right.
Like, but it didn't happen overnight, though. You had 4 months of like work that you didn't really want to do. Like, and dude, you're
And I was prepped for longer. I was
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be 5 years of being a PA, getting yelled at by these execs
Yeah.
that don't even know my
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people experience.
It is. I'm so blessed and lucky. to
5
have-
years of that,
yeah,
if not more.
Especially with someone with a like mindset, or both of you guys.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like,
Well,
you're not my
mainly me.
boss.
he's uncle.
I actually
He's
hate Ian.
He wanted me to fire you, actually.
I know. So he doesn't know what a booklight is. Can this kid? But it's that drive that people don't understand. That's the difference between the entrepreneurial
creative.
spirit.
Well, and I think a true entrepreneur is a creative.
It's true. Yeah, I mean,
Everything's
Derek.
creative.
Everything's creative. Yeah.
When you talk about the 3-0, I forget
Oh,
his
yeah.
last name. Dahl?
Derek
Dahl.
Dahl's the freaking man.
Dude, he had
Shout
a
out Derek
family.
Dahl.
They
He's
were
listening.
is it weird
You
if
can
I tell the
no,
story?
he tells the story.
Okay, no, he's going to file for bankruptcy, and he's like, "I'm going to start a Christian apparel brand." What? Are you nuts? You got
Yeah.
a kid, man.
Straight up.
Like
He was
that's
going through a lot.
insanity.
And people told him that he's crazy.
Yeah, and look where he is now. Go Black Friday.
I know, dude. It's pretty dope, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
even,
not pretty dope. It's so
Yeah.
sick.
And when we met, I was referred to him through a few people. And when we first chatted, it was really important to him that people that work with him are like-minded, just like it is to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it doesn't mean like that you have to be a Christian, but it's like there's values that Christians have that normal people don't have. Even integrity. Most people do not care about integrity. And especially in this industry, me and Hunter have seen it probably more times than you have.
That's going to
But-
be a controversial take right there.
But it's true.
Oh, it's super
Yeah.
true.
Like, you should want to honor the people that you're working for.
Absolutely.
Like, there's even moments like with my clients where I think they don't know what they're talking about, which they might not. You know
Right.
what I mean? But I want to honor them. And I could be like, oh, like, you know what we're talking about. That's why you hired me. It's like, no, bro. Like, it's your freaking brand.
Right.
You're paying me to do what you want. Who am I to tell you that, like, oh, if that's what you want, that's what you want. And I had to learn that the hard way. I've been humbled many times. I'm a freaking prideful person. Like, I'm just being honest.
We
Like,
all are.
We all are.
We're
And I-
guys.
And I think,
We're dudes.
I think the
I mean,
first,
last time I checked.
well, first step to humility is admitting that you're prideful, you know?
Right.
Now I'm super humble. I'm like the most humble guy you'll ever meet.
Yep.
But
Super humble statement.
I just think it's so cool. Like, even this, like, I used to think it's like arrogant to have a lot of confidence in what you do, but now I'm like, no, like, if you really are doing what God's called you to do, like, I actually think Holy Smoke Garage is going to be massive. I think Before Kings is going to be massive. Like, all of this stuff that we're doing, because we're doing it with intention. And we're also doing it with open hands. Like, hey, God, like, this might not work or it might work, but if it doesn't work, he'll just, he'll redirect you.
Well, you know why it's going to be massive is because you got however many guys that also want it to be massive. It's not just you like, hey, we're doing this, and like, oh, okay.
So
You got
many people want it to work.
so many people want this to work because it's such a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's spreading the gospel on the internet. A lot of
Yeah.
people are doing it, not like this.
No one's doing it
No
like
one's
this, bro,
doing it
which
like
is
this,
so
dude.
sick.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to be able to work with people that want what you want. Especially,
You have to.
it's so rare too, which is the hard thing.
Yeah.
Is you work with a lot of people who want what they want, and
Yeah.
then they'll use you to get what they want.
Yeah, but another example, just because your story's so fresh, me and Hunter's 5, 6, 7 years, 6, 7
Come on, man.
into
Stupid.
into his career. I'm 10 years into mine, and I always say, if you're living a life where you have many stories where you say you can't make this up, that's a good life to live.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
And
love
like,
those.
I can't. All of this, the fact that we're using over $20,000 worth of gear right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're doing stuff to the ultimate level. Not all of it's owned yet, unfortunately.
He's calculating.
But no, easily. Easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with the other Shure mics we got. Whoo, surely expensive.
Hey, but you just returned the other one, so
I
it's
did.
basically like
Wait, you guys
spend-
bought some new Shure mics?
Yes. Well, specifically for like the main client ones, because these are good, but they're not even close to
What
Shure
are they,
mics.
Rode?
Yeah, no, but they're good. I mean, they're good for Holy Smoke.
Yeah, they're Rode.
Well, and the thing is, they work great. It's just those are so good.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to know to talk into the mic to use these. They sound good if you know what you're doing with the mic.
Yeah.
Most people who
Hopefully
don't
I'm
understand.
talking into the mic.
But with the Shure mics, it could be over here and it sounds insane.
And we returned Shure mics and bought Shure mics. It's because there was an amp on the
Yeah.
new ones, right? Yeah, that's game changing.
Yeah.
Why
Why it's not in all of them?
I want Shure to sponsor us one day. I'm not going to say anything.
Hear that?
Surely.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Wow, it's already been 40 minutes.
No way.
That's crazy.
Well, the
It's
first
nuts.
like 5 minutes we were
True.
messing with the lighter
How
and stuff, so
long-
it's like 35.
How long was the episode before this?
It was probably an hour, 5 minutes. Well, I was trying to.
But I want the podcast to be long.
I was
Yeah,
more
yeah, for
afraid
sure.
Joel was going to be like really late for work.
He was into it. That was a good
Yeah,
podcast.
That was a great podcast.
Yeah.
I just kept peeping through the little portholes I got in my garage door.
Your $2,900 garage.
Yeah, my $2,900 garage here with these square.
Are there multiple
rectangular-
rooms in here, or is it just one?
Well, yeah. There's. It's kind of a.
Is it like a
it's kind of a studio. It's,
Okay.
it's not technically, but it feels like a studio. Like you walk in, you open these two big double doors, and that's why I love this place. If it was
It's a sick
if it was
spot,
a
honestly.
door,
This
I'd be
looks
like, this
awesome.
place sucks. But
Right.
you open it up, like, dude, Allie and I, we always have it wide open.
Yeah, that's
like,
sick.
you know, security cameras everywhere though, so like, don't freaking just think you just walk in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we open up those double doors and like all day long, there's just amazing natural light. It's so
That's awesome.
open. But then there's a bedroom in the back, and then like the bathroom is in the back as well. But it's like, I don't know, 500 square feet.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how good natural light is for mental health. I got a window in my
Oh,
room.
bro.
I'm waking up naturally with the light hitting my face.
Yeah.
It's way better than waking up at 6 a.m. in a closet.
Try
having
living
to
in
drive
Portland,
to Costa
Oregon.
Mesa.
Well, I just keep thinking of like, it's just
All
cool
winter.
because it's just so cool the season that you're in right now because you just moved. I remember when Hunter just moved here. I remember when I just moved here. You know what I
Right.
mean? That just it feels like decades ago, but it's really not that long ago. But for you,
Feels
it's
like yesterday.
really, really not that long ago.
No.
And even I remember both of us were praying often for a place for you to live. And dude, God
Right.
provided the sickest spot ever. And it's like,
Absolutely.
God has, he's a good father. And like he has, and not only like, I'm so happy that you're stoked with this job because it's also, it's God being a good father to me by providing you to me. It's like this mutual, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is how it should be. But secular world.
Yes.
So.
But in the world, it's like, how many people do I have to use to get what I want?
Right.
But with God, and I had to have this broken out of me because I've always had like a fear of lack. Like, like I'm never going to have enough money or enough, whatever it is. Right. But now it's like, God, I can't wait to pay multiple people money that I never thought I could make.
Right.
Like that's like a completely different way to think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where it's like, oh, how can I serve as many people as possible? You know what I mean? Like if you're an entrepreneur, like, which life's not all about money, obviously. Like if you're never gonna be an entrepreneur, it's whatever. Like a job is a job. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, I think if you're an entrepreneur, you have the ability to literally provide for people.
Absolutely.
And that should be your motivation over anything.
Absolutely. No. And some people get farther than others, but I mean, at the end of the day, if that's what you're called to do, that's what you're called to do, and you're
100%.
freaking doing it 100%.
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Stay the freaking
course.
course. Patriot, aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
Sir, Lord, make me fast and accurate.
That's from,
Patriot.
oh, you're right.
Oh, I was gonna say Cars. No, that's float like a butterfly, sting
No,
like
Well,
a
what's
bee
the
for Cars.
prayer in Saving Private Ryan? The guy,
Oh,
the
I
sniper
remember
would
that
always
one.
pray. That's a good
I
movie.
haven't
What's
seen
your
that movie
prayer
in so
before you
long.
get and drive anywhere?
So ever since the day I got my license, I kid you not, I say this prayer every single day.
And you've never gotten a ticket and you've never gotten an accident.
Yes, I
Knock
say,
on wood.
knock on concrete. I say, God, bless this drive, keep us safe, help us get to where we're going super quickly and safely with no problems with cars or anything. Help us not to hit anything, nothing to ever hit us. Help us not to crash or get pulled over, get any speeding tickets or anything. Bless our drive, keep us safe. We love you and praise you in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna teach my
make
kids.
him a scroll one day.
I'm gonna teach
talk
my
about it every
kids
time.
that prayer, and maybe that prayer will be famous one day. I don't know, but
knows?
it is fun
The movie
to.
will
It's one of
make.
those things. It's like I've always been kind of an anxious person, but God has taught me how to turn my anxiety into over praying,
Right. Which is amazing.
And the Bible says to pray without ceasing. So it's like maybe we're anxious because we don't pray enough.
Which I almost envy a bit because I grew up like almost anti-anxious. I'm a very lax person
You are.
by nature.
Almost too
And-
lax.
Exactly. But I mean, seeing you overpray has made me want to overpray. I'm like, why am
Yeah.
I not overpraying? I'm like, oh, it's because I'm like comfortable most of the time just
Yeah.
being existing.
Totally.
So
I
it's
learned that from Benny as well.
yeah. It's like you need different personalities and different triumphs to be able to influence other people. You know,
100%.
if you're by the same cookie cutter people all the day, you're not
Yeah.
going to learn anything new, are you?
Oh yeah. And if you're not humble enough to admit your own mistakes and admit your imperfections, like no one's inspiring because they're like, and that's another thing me and Hunter talk about all the time. When the people who are like too cool for school on Instagram, you know what I mean? It's
Or
like,
just outside of Instagram too. They just have
Yeah.
that attitude.
yeah, it's an attitude, but it's really a front because they actually don't think.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like truly confident people don't have to front anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Tu sabes.
Tu suaves.
Yeah.
That's
What?
like one of the only.
That means you know what I'm saying in Spanish. I learned that through the first gen. Shout out
He
first gen.
says that
Aguas
maybe
Frescas.
5 times a day.
I've never heard him say that, so
Well,
It's a new thing.
Aguas
Okay.
Frescas.
Yeah.
First gen.
It's
Shout
a
out.
new week thing.
I don't get invited around enough, I guess.
I feel like you just show up though. I don't. But you don't have to be invited.
Yeah, and then I just Irish goodbye.
Yeah. It's just like
True.
did someone just
Like
open the
audios.
door. Oh, hey, Hunter.
And the
Are
other
we
day, I
being
walked in
robbed?
the back door, and Benny's like, and I'm like, does he not know who it is? Should I say
It's really
something?
dark over there. And we're wearing these glasses too.
Should I say something scary?
Our Elton John glasses.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but we got
But yeah.
a little off track.
Well,
Great-
if you guys are
great
like
stuff.
Ian right now, and you're like, oh, you might have been even freaking Wisconsin right now, like, yo, I have a dream I feel like God's given me. You don't really believe that unless you take that first step. And it's freaking scary. I've seen Hunter do it. I've seen Ian do it, and I did it myself. And it's scary as hell, for lack of a better word. But the more times you take steps of faith, the more times you see God carry you, and you start to be like, oh, like we're always supposed to be scared in a way. Like you should never be comfortable as a Christian.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
There's that corny
You should-
phrase, seek discomfort.
That's literally what I was about to say. Yeah. Well said. Good job. I'm out of words now.
Yeah. I love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Bible even talks about like your investments. Like, don't be the guy who buries his
The
investment.
talents.
The talents.
Yeah, parable of the talents.
Yeah.
That's something my football. It's so.
We connected over that.
We did connect over that. The football coach, Joel Pinner, shout out. He's amazing. He does such a good job stewarding men, and it's such a good life builder. And it's one of those things sports teaches you where
Yeah.
I have never experienced in any part of life other than sports. I
Yeah.
think it's such a just. I don't even know how to put it. It's a mentality builder. It's
challenging.
It's challenging.
It's uncomfortable.
Like if you're uncomfortable, you will benefit from it, and that's what everyone's asking for handouts nowadays.
And the common trend right now is stress-free life. I
What
bought
a joke.
Yeah, it's funny. I bought this electronic whiteboard thing for my wife because like you and I use Asana, right? Because I can't imagine life without Asana. Project management. I'm like, mom should have project management.
Shout out
Absolutely.
Peter
The amount of-
Bacon for showing us Asana.
Thank you, Peter Bacon. We freaking love you. I'll tell you what. I see all this. My wife is the mother of twins. Shout out, wife.
So many shout outs.
Twins is no joke, okay? My wife is nonstop working at all times. I'm like, babe, you need a project management tool. And she's always been like, no. I just want it in my head or like on a notebook. I'm like, babe. So I bought this freaking thing. And on the box, it says stress be gone. I'm like, that's freaking bullcrap. There's no such thing as stress.
I'm looking at
Some
my stress on
stress
this
be
whiteboard.
gone, but yeah.
Yeah. Yes. But I was telling her like in my business, it's like if I had everything in my mind at all times, I've been there. That's why I've had anxiety attacks. You literally can't carry it all.
Right.
You just can't.
Yeah.
You have to have something to put your thoughts on.
Stress be gone until it runs out of batteries.
Straight up, dude. But it's plugged in.
Okay.
Stress be gone until
Well,
there's a
stress
power
be gone
outage.
completely.
Yeah.
Till it
Yeah.
rains 1 inch in Orange County and power goes out.
Yeah.
So
for real.
Ian, you had your football coaches or one of your coaches or maybe
all
of
my
them,
coaches.
They were all believers?
Christian University. They were
Okay.
amazing.
That's sick.
He's had a lot of good examples in his life, I feel like.
I
That's
have had
huge,
such
especially
a
in
blessed
sports.
life.
you really
Like,
have.
It's unreal, and I think about that all the time.
And you're aware of it. That's an interesting thing too.
My girlfriend played softball at Colgate University. Well,
A toothpaste brand?
no, but not a lot of good examples at Colgate. It's a
I
big
don't know
party
about it.
school.
Okay, big party school.
Yeah, big party school in New York. And I'm thinking like, my dad. I mean, he's a believer. Then not necessarily an emphasis in our football program in high school, but he was my defense coordinator. And then
in high school.
And then I go to a Christian university, not even like really knowing what it is because I didn't get saved till college. I go to a Christian university, guys. I felt called there. It was weird, and then I figured out what that was.
That's like the last podcast.
exactly.
It's that born again moment. Like, whoa, I'm aware of God's presence all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was very awakening and very strange. But I go there. All of my coaches are Christian. I'm surrounded by so many guys that are Christian. One of my roommate and friends, Colton Burney, literally helped me find Jesus, which is amazing.
So sick.
From his experience. Granted, growing up, I didn't have great examples other than my parents. Like we went to church, stuff like that, but no one like friends or mentors, stuff like that outside of it. And then I go there and everyone's Christian. It's weird. Now, obviously that flaws. I'm not saying it's the perfect place.
Yeah,
but
Christians are perfect, of course.
all Christians are perfect.
Yeah.
If that's the takeaway of this podcast.
If you're not perfect, you're not Christian.
But and then I come here and then I meet you and then all these other people and I have a great church now.
You're grafted in.
Grafted in. And it's just, I'm so lucky and I didn't even try to get here. Like it just happened. And it's
That's God's favor.
so blessed.
It's way beyond luck. It's intention.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's no such thing. There are people who are not Christian who are aware of luck because God loves everybody.
Right.
I think about John 3:16, the whole Tim Tebow thing. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whoever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life, right? I thought about it the other day, like God literally said he loves the world. And you and I have never talked about how we don't love the world before. I mean, I'm just going to admit that. Like,
Right.
the world is terrible.
Awful.
You hear about some stuff that happens overseas, some of the terrible things that happen to humans. I sometimes have like questioned, like, how could God allow that to happen?
Terrible things that happen every day here in America. Even
You could look down the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God so loved the world. So we need to love the world.
Which is a hard concept,
Yes.
especially when you're in the faith.
Yeah.
Especially like when you think of baby Christian. I mean, when you think about being saved again or born again, I've been a Christian. I've been saved for 5 years. That makes me a 5-year-old in the faith. How much does a 5-year-old know?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I don't know anything. I'm a 22-year-old.
Yeah,
So it's
totally.
like, yeah, it's that's kind of maturing, I guess, as a Christian, is realizing I do have to
Sharpening.
love everyone else. There's a lot of people I disagree with, and I have to love them, even though some things I disagree very strongly with, whether that, any
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of subject you disagree on, no matter what
Yeah.
your views are. So
Yeah.
and I actually talked about that in my other devotions tonight, which was like, it's such a challenging thing.
Yeah. And Jesus had dinner with the prostitutes and tax collectors, and the Pharisees hated him for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But
like,
what-
there are people who are
yeah.
going to hate on us for these cigars, which I think is so funny, because it's that Pharisaical spirit of like, oh, you're not like religion is so anti-God.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I hate when people are like, "Oh, like I'm not a Christian," or "I'm not religious." I'm like, "Well, that's good that you're
Yeah.
not religious."
Totally. Yeah.
And that's become such a phrase nowadays of like, "Oh, like
Phrase nowadays.
It's the
Phrase
evangelical
nowadays.
takeover, which is a huge thing in Cali. Non-denominational
Yeah.
evangelical.
Oh, yeah, bro. Calvary Chapel,
It's,
born and raised.
yeah. It's like, have you guys ever seen the movie?
God's not dead."
That's a good one.
God's not dead 6 or whatever.
Wow. That's
Jesus
crazy.
Revolution.
Of course.
Great, dude.
Yes, fantastic movie.
So my dad was a Calvary Chapel pastor.
yes,
Moved
yeah,
to Oklahoma to start a Calvary Chapel. That's why I'm from Oklahoma.
right.
Yeah.
That's why you're from Okinawa.
Okinawa. Yes, but that's and
Sydney's in Japan right now.
she
So
is in
sick.
Japan,
Dude,
Yeah.
when is she like not in Japan? I feel like she's been like 3 times this
I
year.
don't know. She's one of those people that's just like too cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She doesn't realize how cool she is. She's
Her
like,
whole
"Oh, yeah."
family's like too cool.
Straight up.
They're,
Shout out
they're,
Sydney.
they're so cool.
But she's a great example of a beautiful family.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Of a family who loves the Lord and loves their kids so well.
Right.
Like the confidence she has, like it really inspires me as a father, actually. I'm like, I want to love my kids to like honestly be like Sydney. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Not like you fools.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can keep talking about it and you just get more passionate the more you talk about it, especially when you're a Christian.
That's one of the things that blows my freaking mind. Like my
Yeah.
wife and I, since the dawn of our dating, it seems like all we talk about is God, and somehow we just keep talking about God.
Right.
It's been like 9 freaking years.
It's a subject you can never get sick on because you can never fully understand it.
And you always need it more.
Exactly.
You never need God. The closer I've gotten to God, the harder my life has gotten. In a
Exactly.
weird way, but it's because,
Well, it's how it should be.
yes,
Yes.
your life should be hard.
Yeah. Especially when you get saved, you're like,
Hard
oh,
in a good way.
this Paul guy's kind of being a jerk to me right now. What's going on? When you're reading
Yeah.
the Bible, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I should probably change my ways.
Yeah, remember he's writing that from prison.
Right. Yes. Oh, my gosh.
God forbid we ever face that kind of persecution in America, but it's like in the persecution, whatever it is, that's where your faith is truly. When you're weak, like literally, I didn't want to do these podcasts tonight because I was so freaking tired. And every time I do a Holy Smoke Garage podcast, I'm always like kind of pissed off. I'm like, get so much set up. I'm like, I don't want to do this, whatever. But my mom actually prayed. I texted her just to pray. She sent me a voice memo. And she talked about that, how in our weakness, God's strength is made perfect. And like these podcasts have been so good. And I there's no strength in me right now. You know what I mean? This is just like, this is me being, I'm even nervous about Holy Smoke Garage because we're being so bold. You know what I mean? But it's like, what else are we going to do?
We're going to just comply. We're going to say, all right, culture will give in. We'll
100%.
appease you. Absolutely not.
100%.
No need.
Yeah.
When you know the truth, you can't hide from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. God puts you through a lot of trials and tribulations, and you have to, stay the course and make it through. And it builds you up.
Absolutely.
I was at my lowest point. So I was doing freelance for probably 7 years before I worked at this jewelry company. I ended up becoming the creative director of this company. I was making ridiculously good money and I had no overhead. And that was my least happy time of my entire life. It wasn't nothing against the jewelry company. It wasn't any of that. It was just like, I was comfortable. You know what I mean? And now like I have a business where the bills I have every month is like more than most people will ever make. You know what I mean? But I don't say that arrogantly. I say it's like, I'm ridiculously uncomfortable right now to where sometimes I can't eat my food. But even through that, like I found like, this is where I want to be all the time. And it's so weird. I'm like, why do I like being uncomfortable now?
Well, it makes you press in more, you know?
Yes.
You have to press into God more and like you just get closer and you learn so much more and like it gives you joy.
Yes.
As much as, or as crazy as that sounds, but.
Like tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. when we're doing legs tomorrow, bro.
Dude, I'm going to need the Lord.
Ian, what was the hardest time in your life thus far?
Dang, what a question.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know you that well, so
No,
figure
I
it's-
barely freaking know.
I know.
this kid.
I've known you guys
great,
less
like,
than 2 months.
Not that this is an icebreaker, but because we've known each other a bit.
And we're
but
50 minutes into a podcast.
yeah, but this is
Not all this has to go in.
I think I like asking people this question because it's so, especially, I mean, everybody, even if you're not a Christian, but like I like asking Christians these questions because
Oh, it's a great question.
yeah, like
Wait,
what,
and real quick, the hardest time I've ever been to in my entire life, he was there for me.
Right.
A lot of people, like, that's beautiful. And just so you know, you have brother, you know that.
Absolutely.
And
Just don't call
going
me
through
after
the
midnight.
hardest parts of your life with brothers, it's a completely different story.
Yeah.
black and white.
It's a good question. It's something I've struggled with because, like I said, I've lived a very blessed life. Like
Yeah.
I had a comfortable childhood. I had loving parents. I had great schooling, and it's one of those things. And I could speak to a lot of people like listening to this. Just because you've lived a good life doesn't mean you don't have struggles. And that's
100%.
I was born again late freshman year of college, and I'd say the hardest time of my life was sophomore year of college.
Right into the fire.
Right into the fire.
So it makes sense. Tough.
Yes. This was right before I got baptized in December. This was the summer and fall leading into that.
Dang, you know all the dates.
Oh yeah,
Pretty fresh.
Very
true,
fresh.
true.
5 years old, man. But I kind of realized it was kind of a deal where I was like going on dates with a bunch of girls. It was nothing like
You're a
lust.
good looking guy.
Oh, well, hey, thanks.
I mean, look at that hair.
Like I said, cute.
But I after this one thing that happened with a girl, nothing entirely bad happened. I didn't handle a situation well and got angry. And then through that anger, I realized I hated myself. And I've hated myself for most of my life.
Wow, there's something we have in common.
Yeah. I didn't realize it. It was something that just kind of spurred on, and it was like
Like deep down.
deep down, like I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't. That's why I wasn't anxious, like I said, but it was like a thing where I was like, I'd get pissed at myself. I'd be like, oh, why would I ever say that? Why would I ever do that?
Yeah,
why
I
would
would do the same thing.
I think about just everything that I ever done, and it was wrong. I always thought about what other people thought of me, sort of a deal, and it was just a deep down hatred for who I was. And then once I let that go and gave that to God, it was a lot better, obviously. But there was a 8-month period, I would say. I think that's about right, where it was a struggle. It was like wanting to take my own life, wanting to quit football, wanting to just go back home, give up essentially. Maybe like if I didn't take my own life, maybe like, hey, I'll just go home. I'll find a random 9 to 5 to work at. Film. I wasn't very good starting at it, but
So
I was
a
like,
type of death.
yes, yeah. It was just like I was just gonna give in and be done, and then
Scary place.
yeah, I had a bunch of friends to get me through it, and it's something I wasn't vocal about because I was like. It was like a fake. You talked about this earlier. It was like a toxic positivity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. I would always be happy around my friends, and I've only told like 2-3 people this. of my friends, but until I got baptized. When I got baptized, I was very vocal about it, sharing my testimony.
I was gonna say, well, you're about to tell a bunch of people right now.
No, but at the time it was like
Or
1 to
maybe
2
20
people.
people.
There was literally one weekend where I was like, I need to go see my friend Eric. He lives in South Dakota. It was a summer. He lived he was in his family's farmland. There wasn't like a farm, I don't think, but they had animals, whatever. And I was there. It was so peaceful. I just spent time with Eric. We chilled by a fire. I basically told him all this, and he was very supportive and loving of me. Obviously, yes, look up to him. He's an amazing guy, and I told him that, very supportive. And then the weekend was after I got that off my chest, it was very peaceful. It was like a weight off my shoulders. And then
You're carrying it your whole life.
Exactly. And then that was kind of the process into my baptism. I wanted to get rebaptized. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, the beauty of that is shows you can carry a lot.
Absolutely.
And God allows us to go through the worst things to make us ready. Life is all about serving. You know what I mean? I literally, dude, I have like that same testimony. Like that was me. I hated myself. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think that's why you and I are so connected as well. And I'm not surprised at all that we're working together. We're doing this thing. You know what I mean? And like, it's definitely, a lot of people hate themselves.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know you're loved by God, you hate yourself.
Because it's almost embarrassing to tell people you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of people hate themselves, though.
Especially when you know other people like you.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what's my deal? Like, why do I hate myself?
And it makes you hate yourself more.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I such a freaking
and
idiot?
it's just a spiral, and then you're cooked. And yeah, I don't know. It's such a bizarre experience because, like, even in high school, I wasn't a Christian, but I was a goody-goody. So I didn't do anything bad. I never did drugs. I never had a drinking problem. I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's bad. And then figured out where morals come from later. But so it was a strange kind of experience. I was like, what the heck?
You're like, wait, like, if I do all the recipes that make you a good person, it's still not enough.
You know, if you bake a cake and you forget the flour, your cake's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, dude, that's a good
God's
one.
the flour.
He's a freaking flour, dude.
You gotta put them in your cake, or else you're just gonna be the worst freaking cake you've ever eaten in your life.
Yeah, dude, no foundation, unstable.
Absolutely.
Unusable.
You gonna build your house on sand? Are you a moron?
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
And God, through you finding out that you hate yourself, that's when God broke your foundation.
Absolutely.
And I learned that when my kids were born. Later, way later than you did. So you should count yourself blessed in that way.
Exactly. And that goes back to having a blessed time in college.
100%.
Yeah.
And maybe I should have gone to college.
Shout out not going to college.
Well, sometimes it hurts more than it helps.
When God breaks your foundation, it's the most painful thing you'll ever go through. And all three of us have had that. But when he gives you a new foundation, you're like, oh, this is living.
Yeah.
This is living.
I think when God breaks anything, I mean, I think about a time when I didn't even like have a foundation, and my life just fell apart. And that was like kind of when I really found God, you know? Probably the, deepest, darkest time of my life was when everything really fell apart, was when I found myself sitting in a jail cell for multiple days, waking up every day, sitting in the corner, picking up paint chips off the corner of the jail cell and cutting myself, wanting to die.
Oh.
Everything fell apart. My life fell out from underneath me. And that's when I realized, I'm like, there's got to be more to life than this.
Yeah.
There's got to be more to life than this.
Absolutely.
And, they've got a Bible in every cell.
Oh, really?
They
incredible.
do, yeah.
I wonder if it's like that in every jail.
Well,
Probably not.
I've heard. I don't know.
Can I ask where it was? Like where the...
Yeah, it was back home in Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah, it was inner city.
Someone had a mission from God at some point. My mission is to put a Bible in every single jail cell.
100%.
And that is
That
still...
probably saved so many people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
The same person who had the mission to put it in the hotel rooms.
Dude, I think it's the coolest thing that these jail ministries. I got to take part in one for a bit before I moved out here, and got to it was a younger men's prison. They were all under 18, but they were all going to be in there till they were at least 25-ish, I believe. And there was guys as young as, I think, 15, 16 in there.
Wow.
And I got to chat with some of these guys, and I had the people that kind of brought me on to kind of help do this and take part a little bit was, I don't think too many of them had any experience with actually being on the other side of that ministry.
Yeah.
I never experienced the other side of that ministry. Nobody ever like came and talked to me. I wasn't in prison, but I was in jail for multiple days, and but I remember like going to this facility and speaking to these guys every Wednesday, and they'd host a little church service, and then we just chat with the guys, and gnarly guys, gnarly kids, and multiple security guards everywhere. Like it was a heavy space. And I remember talking to this one kid. I never knew his name. It was always Smiley because he had a big smiley face tattoo on his face. And I remember chatting with him, and we ended up chatting every week. And I remember after like the first time or the second time, the person that started this ministry came up to me and they were like, "Was that you talking to Smiley over there?" I was like, "Yeah, like he's a really cool dude." And he's like, or I think it was a woman. She was like, she worked there. The lady that started the ministry worked in the jail, and she was like, "He doesn't talk to anybody. And I don't remember what I talked to him about. We talked about a lot of stuff, but I opened up to him about my scenario. But I knew my situation was way different than his. You know what I mean? I spent a few days, and he was spending a large chunk of his life. But it was really cool. I don't remember how we even got started on this subject, but it was really cool, just being able to like chat with those guys, and like I still think about those guys a lot, and I'm just like, man, like God, I hope that they're out of there, and I hope they've turned their lives around, and I hope they've really realized like who you really are,
right,
and the power that you have over their lives, and if they really just give their lives over to you, like the stuff that these kids can accomplish, it doesn't matter what your past is. It doesn't matter if you've never been to jail. It doesn't matter if you've been to jail for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like God can take that out from under you and just do so much in your life. And but God is good.
That makes me think of like you were talking about your childhood and stuff, and like how it's your responsibility to admire that and to carry that legacy and do even better to your kids one day. And they'll do even better to their kids. Like both of my parents did not have the childhood I had.
right,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my kids are going to have 10 times the childhood I had because I'm choosing to continue that legacy, take everything my parents taught me, but add to it. Just like when I tell you, like, you're editing like me, but you're going to be way better than me because you're learning what I do and you're going to add to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what we're supposed to do with our faith. And my camera only has
You got 10 minutes.
10 minutes left, so we should probably wrap this up pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right.
But guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is awesome.
This was fantastic.
This is so cool.
This was
Yeah.
great.
I'm really happy we did this.
Yeah.
And I always know it's because, oh my gosh, my wife's amazing, but we have a pair of twins, you know what I'm saying? So like
Right.
anytime I do this at night, it's a sacrifice. Like but like Creed, like my sacrifice. And when I texted her today, I'm like, hey, I gotta do this podcast tonight. She's like, all good. I'm like, okay. And then like she could have objected, you know what I mean? And she's my wife, like I get it. And then on the way here, I'm like, I do not want to be here. I don't want to do this. But you guys were like amazing brothers, like helping me set up all this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is just cool. And even if this goes nowhere, we're just building deeper relationships with each other and the people we interview and the videos we make. And you're watching sermons all the time because you edit all these videos, which is cool.
Well, I've actually learned a lot from editing your dad.
Yeah,
like
he's a great teacher.
And
He is.
my girlfriend and I's Bible studies, like I I say stuff that your dad. I'm like, actually, like I was editing Holy Smokes the other day, and that's what's great.
so cool.
That's what's great about this. I would put in like 2 hours work of setting up, even if it gets 3 views. Maybe that saved 3 people
100%.
for all eternity.
100%. Yeah, dude.
Like, dude, that's unreal.
We'll see that person in heaven one day. Oh yeah, I saw your video.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And going back to the very beginning of this conversation, social media is full of evil, and we are going to start filling it with good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We're
there's
feeling
there's a lot of cool, there's a lot of bad Christian media out there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a
lot of it.
lot of really cool God stuff going on social media right now.
Oh yeah, huge revival happening.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Talk about ministry. What do you think Paul was doing? You think he was just sitting at home, just hoping things change? That's what a
No
lot of people
way.
in church do now. Like, I got my things. I'm gonna get my P's and Q's. I'm gonna, just sing a song, maybe raise my hand if I'm feeling a little spicy. But I mean,
Not too spicy, though.
Not too spicy. I mean, Paul was sitting in a jail cell singing hymns, saving a prison guard. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's
Let's
go.
get hyped for Jesus, guys.
100%,
Let's get
dude.
going.
This
Yeah.
is sick, dude.
It is. Thanks for putting this together.
Dude, thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Well, I think we'll end it right there. That is a great podcast. It makes me sad that we're probably not going to see these
For months.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still got
But
to edit the first one. then.
my dad is going
Might
to
be
start.
bald by the time this comes out.
My dad's going to start recording at the cigar lounge, and I told him that I want to scrap every iPhone video and just redo them with the camera.
What's he getting?
Oh, has he not posted those yet?
Well, we haven't posted them yet, and I want to. You could still keep the shorts of iPhone stuff, but I want everything to be high end.
What's he gonna
Yeah,
get camera
absolutely.
wise?
I don't know. You know what? I need to ask him today. The cigar lounge has podcast gear and
Tell
everything.
him to post that stuff on his own page.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be Holy Smoke Garage. If you want to spread the gospel, you can do that anywhere.
True.
It promotes Holy Smoke Garage actually. Like,
Yeah, it
hey, this
does.
is what I talked about on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told so many people about Holy Smokes. Like technically it's Holy Smoke, but I've always said Holy Smokes because I think it sounds cooler.
It sounds way better.
That's my opinion. But
Is it Holy Smoke Garage?
no, well the
Is it
Bible
like
study.
Barnes and Nobles? Like you add the S to the end on accident
yeah.
every time?
Yeah, well the Bible study is Holy Smoke, and then this is Holy Smokes Garage
Yeah.
or Holy Smoke
Oh,
Garage.
Holy
no
Smoke
way.
Garage, yeah.
But we call it Smokes.
One
It
day
is
we'll have
Smokes.
our own garage and we'll actually do it. And it's going to be freaking
Oh,
kitted
yeah.
out.
Then
with
it's cool too
bunch of
how my
taxidermy
dad
and
is
everything.
doing his
Yeah.
stuff in Texas and we're doing our stuff here. It's just epic.
Yeah.
It's,
So.
I've told a lot of people about Holy Smokes, and I think, so many people just don't have access to it because they may not have a Bible study like this near them. Most people don't, but I feel like I'm gonna be able to send this to them and be like, hey, this is the podcast that we do.
This is what it's like.
This is what it's
And
like.
you can watch this episode. This is on this person, or just
Oh,
freaking
it's going to be
subscribe
great
and
now
see it
that
all.
we're actually recording Ryan's sermons.
Oh yeah.
Oh
dude.
my! People are actually going to see what.
And Ryan spits fire, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I truly think so my dad and Ryan are I'd say the pastors of Holy Smoke Garage.
Absolutely.
And I think they're both gonna have not an unhealthy fame, but I think they're gonna their words are gonna go far. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And these podcasts are gonna go far. And we're all pastors. I mean, that's part of and Ryan's podcasts, my dad told him this, how people think that they're not pastors, but you're the pastor of your family, you're the pastor of your community.
Yeah.
We're all pastors. So
Yeah.
You're always ministering to someone.
yeah.
That's what Jesus calls us to do.
Well, I'm gonna end it there. We gotta get to sleep.
How was that cigar?
It was
Oh, yeah.
gas. It was my second cigar of the night, but it was
True,
gas.
true.
Seriously, super good.
That was fantastic. That was one of
Yeah.
the best cigars ever smoked.
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Holy smokes, dude.
So thank you guys for watching. It's another episode of Holy Smoke Garage Podcast. Please share this with your friends because people need to hear this. And we're doing this out of love, truly.
Yeah.
Out of the abundance of Christ in our hearts. So peace out, Jeezies.
See ya.